All right, welcome back to Stock Tricks with Nick for this week's Breakout Watchlist from June 28th to July 2nd. In this video, I'll be covering 12 stocks that have breakout potential in the upcoming week. Each of these stocks are above their 200-day moving average and above their 50-day moving average. They're all going to be 100% above their 52-week low, and they've gone through some price and volume tightening. So we're not trying to buy already extended stocks. We're trying to buy the strong stocks that have pulled back, tightened up, and are ready for another move higher. Last week, we crushed the watch list. We had an 88% win rate and 4 stocks over 10%. Here are the top 3, pay with 20% return in just last week, FUBO 17% and ROKU 17%. So found a bunch of great winners. Last week, the market was great. So those were the top names. If you're coming here for a specific stock, timestamps will be in the comment section below. So just click on that, get it to exactly what you guys are looking for. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It helps me out tremendously. It doesn't cost you anything, just a quick click right there, and it helps YouTube push this out to more traders, more people that are interested in the stock market. Give me a follow on StockTwits, Twitter, and TikTok. I post the most on StockTwits and Twitter. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. I do these breakout watch lists on Sunday morning. I do another midweek movers watch list either on Tuesday night or Wednesday night, depending on how the market's shaking out. And then I do a trading recap on Saturday morning, where I go over past trades, my portfolio, and how the watch list performed, and the good and the bad. When I make bad trades, I actually want to really highlight that because I'll learn from that. I won't make the same mistakes again, and it saves you guys money not making those mistakes right off the bat. Quick disclaimer, anything that I talk about is not financial or stock advice. Please do your own due diligence before trading. Trading comes with financial risk. Here's the stock lineup we got for today, 12 stocks. Each of these stars just represent the stocks that you guys can vote on. So let me jump to one over. Every week I take what I make from TikTok and put it into a trading account and let you guys vote on how we invest it week to week. So Monday open, we put the money in, and then Friday's close, we sell the position. So this week you have CHX, LEDS, NIO, and SUP to choose from. If this account beats my own account on a weekly compounding basis, I'll be giving away the entire account for free. All you have to do is drop your Twitter or TikTok handle in the video, that initial TikTok video that will be dropping down right here. All right, let's jump back. Here are the charts. Quick look at the charts. We're going to go all in depth with all of these along with their possible buy points, but you kind of get what we're looking at. We want strong stocks that have broken out, have pulled back, tightened up, and have a buy point right through there. So without talking anymore, let's get to the charts. So first we have BCRX. This is a pharmaceutical company. High type flag, or maybe just short. No, 90% up, 90%, 89%, whatever. It gets the job done. In 8 weeks or less, and then we pulled back within 25% from the highs. We only pulled back 14% on this name. Hit the 20-day moving average. That's this green line once, twice. Had this kind of failed breakout on Wednesday, inside day Thursday, basically an inside day on Friday compared to Wednesday. This is tightening up. Ideally, we get a couple days where this backfills, where we pull back, allow that 20-day to catch up for the third test, and then we check back. And then we could use Friday's high, 17.14 as a possible buy point. That's if it does pull back and we have a maybe kind of second half of the week entry point. Otherwise, a break over Wednesday's high, 17.43 would be my buy point. BCRX. Now we have CHX. This is one of the ones that you guys can vote on. So this is in the energy sector, up 67% since end of April through, when is that, June 2nd. Then we pulled back 17%. We undercut the 20-day moving average. We bounced up, failed once, failed twice, failed 3 times right at that 20-day. So now the 20-day being above is providing resistance. People are selling into that. So we want to exhaust the sellers and make sure we're buying as we're breaking over that point of resistance. So there's a couple ways that you could do this here. A downward diagonal would say, okay, buy with a break over Friday's high. And you could do that. That's one system of buying. So that'd be 27.74, the high from Friday. Or if you're just looking for a flat top entry point, a break over Wednesday's high, 27.88 would be your buy point. So maybe you put in half at Friday's high, 27.74, and then fill the rest at 27.88. Not much of a difference, but you're just looking to get past a place where sellers showed up last time. So that's CHX and one that you guys can vote on. Next we have DVN, kind of a similar looking chart. Ran 61% from, let's see the bottom here, April 21st to June 4th. So this is also in the energy sector. That's why the chart looks similar. And energy has really been soaking up the money, so we want to focus on the strongest sectors getting stronger. Pulled back under the 20-day, bounced over. Now we have this 3-day tightening area, and we have a previous high from before that we'll use. So a break over Friday's high here, $29.99, $30, nice round number. I like to buy breaks over round numbers. You have the 20-day and the 8-day exponential both turning up, and you have the 50-day and 200-day in an uptrend. So all systems are in an uptrend. All time durations are in an uptrend now, and we have 1, 2, 3 daily highs right at the same price. So nice pivot point here. So one more time, Friday's high, $29.99, call it $30 would be your entry point for DVN. Next we have Ford. This one, 46% up. Did not see that coming with Ford. Got over the 50-day. Under the 50-day is a no-buy zone for me. That's usually too much resistance up top. But and you see, we did check back after the 50-day and then got going, really exploded higher. Nice orderly selling down to the 20-day. Undercut that a little bit, so probably shook out some traders there. Bounced back up. This looks similar to DVN, but you have that 3-day pivot right through here. As a possible buy point. Now the 20 days starting to roll over, so we're buying as we're breaking above this pivot point, 15.55, and that should get the 20-day moving average up as well. You do see ATR, average true range, coming in. That just measures those daily bars, so we want volatility to come in, get tight, so we can put our stop loss under a couple previous days, and that's only a 3.5% stop loss right there. So the tighter we can keep our stop losses, the larger position size that we can put on and keep the same amount of risk trade to trade. And then when you have a tight stop loss, you can get multiples of your risk on a stock that works for you. That's Ford, LEDS. This is the second one that you guys can vote on. Might be a little bit early on this name, but take a look at the volume. Massive, massive volume bars on up days. And then as it pulls back, everything gets nice and quiet, very orderly. No one's rushing for the exits on these pullbacks. Even after we extended here, and then we went through this, I think there's a 45% pullback, 47% pullback. The volume during the pullback was nothing. There was no one selling through here. So with this one, a couple different ways. You have this downward diagonal, which, I mean, if you use the flat top breakout approach, basically on Monday would be a break over Friday's high 2080, would also be a break over that downward diagonal. So you'll have two systems buying at the same spot. Confluence of indicators, you like to see that. 20-day is meeting the 8-day exponential right now. That's usually a good turning point as well. So I would be looking for a break over 2080 as a possible buy point, but I wouldn't be surprised if this trades sideways for another week or so, tightening up. You can see ATR is still very much extended. These daily bars are pretty high. Because if you buy at the high and put your stop at the low, that's a 10% stop. That's too aggressive. You might need to just do an arbitrary 5% stop in this, and that's not my favorite type of setups, but really powerful name. So if it does get going, probably want to be involved. MDP is next. Much less powerful name, but nice and orderly pullback, 30% up. Pullback of just 9%. We have a date with the 20-day moving average coming up here, making, I love buying with once the 20-day has come up and we make that turn off the 20-day meeting the 8-day exponential. You also have this mini volume shelf here, so I'm looking for a break over Wednesday's high, 41.82 as a possible buy point for MDP. You can see ATR really coming in, nice to see that. Friday's volume bars are all going to be kind of messed up with the end of Q2, the last full week in Q2 ending, so can't put as much credibility on that as you usually would, just a heads up. And that's halfway point. So if you guys are enjoying the video, please just click the like button. Helps me out tremendously. And drop any stocks that you think have breakout potential that I didn't cover in this video in the comment section below. So if I'm helping you guys prepare for the upcoming week, I would love a little bit of help making sure I don't miss any good stock setups as well. So use the comment section. Let's try to build on each other if we have any good trade ideas. Next, we have MRNA. This I almost bought on Friday. Leif Serrata was looking at this as well. He's got a great trading service. Pulled back to the 20-day, bounced, had the shakeout on Wednesday, inside day, Thursday, and then looked like we were coming out over Wednesday's high. And well, we did come out over Wednesday's high on Friday. And then with the market, just kind of pulled back at the end of the day. But not doing anything too wrong here. This is one of the ones where I would love for this to trade down or sideways for a couple days. Allow that 20-day, allow the 8-day to catch up and try to bounce it for support above that resistance. So what I'm looking at, I'm not gonna buy this Monday or Tuesday. Even if it gets out, I probably won't chase it just because it's still a little volatile. But if we're breaking over the all-time high, 227.71, right through here, that would be my buy point, and ideally it happens in the second half of the week. MRNA. Next, we have a fan favorite that's starting to pick up steam again. NIO. So this does have a stronger pullback than you would like. Ideally, we only trade stocks that have pulled back within 50% from their high. This is 54%, so it's stretching the rules a little bit, but from there we did really kind of get off the lows quickly. The 50 days now in an uptrend. The 200-day has been in an uptrend. We're above the 20-day and right at this volume shelf. So this measures how many shares have been traded at these price ranges. So if you're above a volume shelf, that's good support on the low end. If you're below a volume shelf, then you can see possible resistance points above you. So with this starting to flag out nicely, sitting on that 8-day exponential moving average, we have 2 daily highs right at the same price. So I'll be looking for a break over Thursday's high, 46.59, as a possible buy point. And when we do that, we would also be over the main part of the volume shelf, less resistance up top. Still some for sure, but less resistance. NIO, and that's the third one that you guys can vote on. OCDX, this is an IPO that just had let's do a little measuring. It's not the most powerful name, 52% from the IPO date. But what I'm looking at here, zooming in, we had the shakeout on the 21st under the 20 moving average and under some of these daily lows. So shook out all the weak hands here. And then we had 1, 2, 3, 4 days, very similar high prices. This kind of looks like the pay chart that we got 20% on last week. So we have the high 2187, 2188, 2181, 2183. So I would use Wednesday's high 2188 as a possible buy point. You like the shakeout, it's in a strong uptrend, and an IPO that is tightened up for 4 days. You don't see that too often. OCDX. Next we have RDNT. In this one, volume and price just tell the entire story. We have big green bars going up with huge volume days. So tons of buyers, and then nice orderly pullbacks with very little volume to the 8-day exponential moving average. Get going again with big green price bars, big volume bars. This is the quad witching day, so right, 18th, yeah. So less credibility with that because that messes up volume. We've had a lot of things that have messed up volume recently. So I always look at the 18th, that's the quad witching, and then last Friday, the 25th, that's the end of the Q2 full week. So we saw some volume there. So with that, starting to flag out nicely. We have a downward diagonal that you could buy, just with a break, basically a break over Friday's highs, 35.06 would be a possible buy point. This is another name that we're already pretty extended, 10% extended from the 20-day moving average. I wouldn't mind if this moves lower and then we kind of pick this up in the second half of the week. If we're just coming right off that 8-day, you can do that, but we've already done that once, twice, and 3 times. less and less probable that that's going to be a strong breakout just coming off of the 8-day. So if we can give this time to move sideways, allow that 20-day moving average to catch up, probably a better stock for the second half of the week or next week. RDNT. Next, we have SUP. This is the fourth one that you guys can vote on, and I think it's my favorite setup going into the week. So we had a move of 107% in 8 weeks or less. We had a pullback. If you follow me on StockTwits, I've been talking about this one for a while. Why is this not measuring it? Pullback of 14%, so qualifies for that high tight flag. You have the 20-day moving higher to catch up. We're right on that with Friday's close. Good volume on Wednesday as we were coming out. I actually bought this on Wednesday, just breaking over Tuesday's high because we had 1, 2, 3 longer wick shakeouts, and then we moved higher. So I bought that at 880. And then since then, just 2 days, very little volume, pulling back to the 20-day moving average. Making this turn off the 20-day in a high tight flag is my favorite setup. So we also have this volume shelf right here. So we're looking for a break over Thursday's high, 912 as a possible buy point. If you want to get in a little bit earlier, break over Friday's high, 895 is a possible buy point. And that does correlate with the main part of the volume shelf as well. So that could work, get a lower entry, and then either keep a tighter stop, or you're allowing yourself to put your stop under a few days lows. That's SUP, fourth one that you guys can vote on. And finally, UONEK. Really, really powerful name, up 280% since, what is that, mid-April. This did go through, let me measure this, I think it was a 35% pullback. Yeah, 35% pullback. Since then, it's bounced, pulled back again to that 8-day. We have this volume shelf that it's sitting right on. Again, I would love to be more patient with stocks, with the setups, than trying to buy at improper places. If we can trade sideways for a couple of days, have this ATR tighten up a little bit more, and then make a break over Thursday's high, that would be ideal, especially with a low priced stock. You have to be a little bit more, not restrictive, but more picky with your setups. So break over 549, 550, call that your entry. That's Thursday's high, but I'm going to wait to see if we could get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of trading down or to the right, tightening up a little bit more before making that move. All right, that is the 12 stocks that we're looking at going into next week. Make sure you vote on your favorite setups on my Twitter account. That's StockTrickNick there. I do post the most on StockTwits, so give me a follow there if you're on StockTwits. Otherwise, I post on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok very often. What else? I think that's it. Have a great week. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed this or got anything out of it. Subscribe to the channel. I make this video Sunday morning, a updated watch list Tuesday or Wednesday night, and a trading recap on Saturday morning. Have a great week, and let's make some money.